Up everyone, welcome to Profit Data. So today exactly I'm going to talk about this FYERS API. Okay, so I've been already done a video regarding this FYERS API, how you can utilize that FYERS API to generate access token and to utilize the stuff. Okay, so we will definitely gonna discuss further, but before that I just want to let you know some of the prerequisite. So if you don't have an account, please visit www.profitadaweb.com, okay, my website, and you can just go through this open online FYERS trading account. Okay, just visit there, a page will be there. Okay, so just give name, email, mobile number and go with the proceed. Okay, and if you have Aadhaar and PAN card, just open an instant account. Okay, after creating the account, you can generate this app ID and secret ID, and with the help of that one you can trade in Python. Okay, so I've been already done a video for that. You can visit, okay, youtube.com/profitdata/videos. so I've been explained there how you can utilize FYERS for generation of access token and automate trades. So all of my videos which you can go, and there I've been took every topic and I've been explained how you can utilize this HTTPS WebSocket. Okay, so you can visit and get to know about each and everything. Okay, so after this, what happens if you get broker by broker? So what happens, only the syntax will get changed and each and everything, the topics remains the same. So whatever I'm gonna discuss, okay, to manage your login credentials, and also you can follow this stuff. So this will be in a secure manner. Okay, and you can follow this as well. Okay, so I'm gonna show you from text folders what I've been done. I've been stored my client ID and secret ID. Okay, so from where I'm gonna access and I'm gonna do my stuff. Okay, so before getting into the stuff, I must say that one URL is very much necessary to follow. Okay, so if you go for a generation of access token, you need to have to go with the lengthy process. To avoid that stuff, you should have an URL. So what happens to get that this print statement as an authorization code or say URL. Okay, so what you can do is you can straight away get this URL, just give your client ID. Okay, so this will be there. Okay, so I will give an URL, website will be there where exactly I will post each and everything. So visit, just give your client ID, and for redirect URL, just follow this stuff. Okay, so you can follow this URL as well. So what happens, it will land to this FYERS documentation. Okay, and it will be very much easy to follow this process. So every time generation of access token will be from this websites. Okay, so it will be good. So you can just get this part. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how you can do. So just follow this stuff. Okay, this redact your URL and client ID will be yours, and rest you can follow from this link itself. Okay, so response type equals code and state equals none. So I'm gonna show you I will try to print this steps this URL as well in Python. Okay, so that will be good. So you need to follow this stuff. Okay, so you require this URL. Okay, so this generation of URL we require to follow code which I can say that you can avoid. Okay, and you can straight away just put this in a browser and log in with your credentials, and there you will get an authorization code. Get that authorization code, put this in a session in generation of access token. Okay, first you have to set the token, generate the token, and then you can utilize the token for your further, whether you're getting profiles, funds, or placing orders or accessing the data. So that's how you will go. Okay, so before getting, say, this is mid part. Okay, in generation of access tokens. So first of all, you require to generate this app ID and secret ID. So this is how you generate access token. Okay, so I'll show you which URL you need to visit to generate your this, especially for your generation of API. Okay, so the dashboard will be there. So I'll show you where you can visit the dashboard. So this will be there. So a redirect URL will be there. So you can, and main important thing is redirect URL, which you need to follow this, and app ID and secret ID will be there. So from this what happens, app ID, secret ID, just copy and maintain in a text folder in virtualized desktop. Okay, so the dashboard will be there. So this is how the API version. So if you click on the create API, and it should be in API version 2. So if you click on that one, it shows an API version 1, but this dashboard is of creating API version 2 app. Okay, so this is how the dashboard will be there. Okay, so because with your app name and redirect URL, okay, and maintain a description as per this one. So app name you can put anyone, redirect URL as I said. Okay, my API dot FYERS dot in slash docs. Okay, so this URL should be there. Okay, this is definitely required. So URL, just put them, app name as per your requirement, description maintain anything. So app permissions will be there. So you need to click on each and everything and say create app. You need to, like, small button will be there where you need to accept the API usage terms and conditions. So accept this and create app. Webhook, you no need to worry. Okay, if you want, you can, like, create. If you want to, you can, like, edit this app as well for if you want to, like, do it further, these things, if you want to carry, like, this thing. So you can edit this stuff, so no problem. Okay, so you can create an app as much as you require. So first of all, when you are creating this app, what happens, the active status will be like, it won't be activated. As I say, as status, it is in active manner, but in your case it will be in inactive. You don't have to worry. In this case, what happens, say suppose in previous you need to wait and you need to mail them files to get activated, but in this case what happens, you need to worry about, just get in with Python directly and generate your access token. That's how like each and everything will be get activated. So if you visit after like few hours or after a day, it will be in an active state. Okay, so this is how you can follow. Now to get that link, it is very much simple. It will be like to create an app. Okay, so first of all, like if you are accessing as per the funds and all, there will be like my api.fyers.in will be there. So as you know, there is already like created app for maintaining your funds, each and everything for permission stuff. Okay, so what happens is already dashboard will be there. Okay, where exactly you like you can visit. So you maybe you are already visiting this, whatever I'm trying to do with this stuff. Okay, so it will be my api dot fyers, okay, dot in slash. Okay, so this will be there. Now what you have to do is like you have to get in with this dashboard. So if you get these things, you already know docs, API connect and community. Okay, so this is how they are offering their credentials, each and everything. So you can get involved. Now you need to get in dashboard. Just credentials, they ask for the credentials. So give your client ID, password, whether it is like PAN or date of birth. After creation of an account, you will get all of these details, client ID, password. Just put them and just submit. You will get to the dashboard, just create an app and do it as I shown you. Okay, so the dashboard will be there. Okay, so you can visit. So I've been created already, so dashboard will be there. So you can create of your own, whichever you want. Okay, so create app, you just have to say create app and it will go get open. Okay, so this is how you'll go, API version which is already created, which you no need to visit. But in this case what happens, like you can if you want to create API version 2, so this is how you will get in. So already this my account will be there, as I already told you. Okay, to get all of maintaining funds, each and everything reports. Okay, so this is already the API apps will be created, and you need to create one more. So that's how you do. So you just have to say create app name, just give redirect URL as I told. Okay, just click on this, I accept the API systems and conditions, just say create app. Okay, that's it. So this is you need to follow, and you can visit this API docs as well. So this is the URL which I am following. Okay, so if you get to know, the lengthy process will be there, so I'm just avoiding that lengthy process. Okay, so let's go for these things. Okay, so this redirect URL is required, so please follow that stuff. Okay, so you can visit the link which is in my website and can follow the URL. Okay, so one more thing is that, so suppose installation is very much required. Okay, so you may be having like previous API. Okay, now what happens, say suppose if you want to get with these things, you really required right installation. Okay, first of all, so I say if you have in FYERS API previous version, I already have that one, so I need to uninstall. So you can follow this for your version 1. You can check the version whichever you have. Okay, say suppose you need to, if you want to check, so this is the way. Okay, so which is already installed, I have that version. Okay, so you can check whatever you got, say FYERS minus API will be there. So whatever version you got, just try to uninstall, say pip uninstall FYERS minus API. Okay, and whatever is said, just uninstall them, and you need to uninstall with the help of this one. So it will be pip install FYERS minus API version 2. Okay, so this is you need to follow. So after installation, everything is good, the module is the same, and you can follow from the videos as well. Okay, so please uninstall FYERS API version 1 and go with this one. Okay, so now when we get with the module, we know that Java, how you gonna import that module, I'm gonna show you, and a generation of access token. Then we will gonna follow this FYERS API model. After generation of access token, how to access some stuff and place orders. Okay, so definitely for placing orders we will like go with another video. For this we will go for generation of access token. So we'll say from FYERS underscore API import access token. You just run them blank and see if you won't get error, then everything is good. So what are the things is required? You required a client ID. Okay, so which is in my text folder, so I will call that, which I will say which is my app ID. Okay, so if you know what I'm talking here, I mean if you generate, if you create that board, so app ID will be there, so just read them. Okay, and then you need to this secret key will be there. So here we mention in our Python program, we will mention that there's a secret key, but it is one and the same, which is like secret ID. Okay, so this is done. One more thing is which we required for, like these are the permanent stuff for generation of access token. So this is very much required. Redirect to UI. Okay, which will be HTTPS my API dot FYERS dot in slash. So this is what you required. Okay, what happens when you got, you need to call this session. So we will say this required subs. So we require client ID, secret key, and redirect URL. So this is our very much important pillars of generating access token. So we'll create a session. Okay, from that we like get an authorization code. Okay, and that we can put that authorization code in our generation of access token. Okay, creation of access token. Okay, so we will say session equals access token dot session model. So this syntax is very much important, so you need to follow this stuff, and each and everything will be just copy paste. So just say client ID equals client ID, secret key equals secret key, and the redirect URL will be the same. Okay, now what happens after this one, means like a syntax is there, so where you have to give response type and grant type. Okay, so this is your response type, which will say as a code, and then say grant type will be authorization code. So here we are done with this each and everything, so it should be perfect. Okay, now what happens, you can print this stuff. Okay, generate an URL, paste it in your browser and get an authorization code. Okay, otherwise you can just cut this stuff and you can take that URL and keep it in a required manner, where exactly you just give the client ID and this redirect URL. Okay, so this generation of authorization code will be same for each and everything, but what happens, this generation of authorization code will be like only for session, for this creation of session will be in like in a limited time manner. Okay, so which you if you didn't generate the access token, it will get expired, and for generation of access token you require this URL. So I must say that I've been already shown you in first manner itself what is the redirect URL, and in that required session authorization code, okay, URL, just pasting the browser. For first time if you are going, just you have to do it this way. So for generation, all you have to say is like session underscore generate underscore auth code. To generate them, we will say session dot generate underscore auth code. So in our case, the generation of our URL is perfect. So we are able to create our authorization code. So if you get the print statement, means everything is working perfect. Now what you can do is like you to set this authorization code, and then you need to generate this access token. Okay, you will get the response. Okay, so further just follow the steps. Okay, now what happens, this URL you just copy paste in somewhere. Okay, keep that URL, and whenever you require authorization, just paste it in browser and get that authorization code and paste it in your required manner. Okay, so we're definitely going to do. So what happens, first we will try to create this code for this one, and then we will paste these things in a browser. So this will be our authorization code will be there. And now what happens, we need to set this token will be auth underscore code, and to for the response, what happens to when you are generating the access token is should be send dot generate underscore access token parenthesis, and say if you are getting that access token, it should be in this manner, response of access token. Okay, so follow this syntax. Okay, now I have to get this redirect URL, so I'm gonna paste, give the credentials, get that authorization code, and I'll get my access token. So I've given my link. Okay, so what happens, I will get a lengthy authorization code which I need to copy. Okay, so this is how I do. So leaving this ampersand state, whatever before is there, auth underscore code, just copy this stuff and paste it in your Python code. So this will be your auth code. Okay, and each and everything is the same. So while generation of access token, it will be this. I'm getting some error. Okay, so this error is there. So okay, so error is there. Sorry, I just given the same thing here as an access token. So that will be generate underscore token. So just simple code. Okay, and now if you print this thing, just copy each and everything. Now nothing is required. Okay, so generation of access token is done. Okay, now only we are calling this model, which will say, and we really require the session as well. Okay, so for this, until this no use, so you just keep. Okay, and this even this is not required. Now we'll access some stuff, so I'm going to show you how we're going to do. So FYERS underscore API import FYERS module as we say, so we'll name them, so whatever session as well. Okay, only I think required is client ID, so we will take it out this stuff, and we'll call our FYERS as in FYERS equals FYERS model dot FYERS model, and in which we'll call as a client underscore ID equals client, call client equals client underscore ID, and then token equals token, so we'll call the same name, and we'll say we'll try to put our funds. See if we can access this stuff, then further is very much easy to access. Okay, so we got each and everything. Now it's access, we can access this stuff. Okay, so we'll definitely gonna do it in another video. So I will see how we can access the data and place the orders. Okay, and we will play around with our request response and whatever we got in FYERS. So as of now, thanks for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe. If you have no doubt regarding this video, please do comment below. If you have any other queries or requirements, please do contact me direct via WhatsApp. Thank you.